Serious note, just like many experts have said, security is everybody's business. But why it is everybody's business, people at different levels have different responsibilities. Some are more responsible than others for the safety and security of the country. When you talk about appointments of people who are, in charge of our security architecture, whether it is, you can divide them into two. There are those that are appointed as politicians for management. You can put people like ministers in the various ministries that are related to security, and then you have the professionals. That is the actual operators who are chosen from among, whether it is the army, whether it is the Air Force, the Navy, the police, and the intelligence services. With regards to the politicians, as we know, we're operating a democracy, so the president has the leeway to appoint any person he wants as a politician to head any ministry that has to do with security. However, like everything, picking somebody who has a background that is aligned to such responsibilities will make the work easier. First, he will be operating within a culture which he already knows. He will be operating within the technical language of that institution of security, whether it is police, whether it is military. But that is not to say that just that person being having a background in security is not in itself prerequisite that is going to succeed. But it is one important factor that should be factored in when making the appointment. On the other hand, if you pick somebody whose background is not related to security, first, there is going to be a very steep learning curve for him. He has to even understand what the military or the police culture is, what the language is. So no matter how intelligent he is, it will take him at least a year to get going. And the security problems we have in Nigeria are not things that can wait. Now, having said that, on the professional side, that's after appointing the politicians to head, on the professional side, it will be very ideal if we look at past records of performance of anybody you are appointing to head a military organization. That's from among the professionals. Why is it so? Like the saying goes, in military or security environment, we know ourselves. If you pick a particular officer now to head any of the civil service, that person has mates. He has immediate seniors. He has immediate juniors. If you talk frankly with those people, they know whether this person will be able to do the job or not. So for the politician, if you appoint somebody based on anything other than merit, the truth is that, yes, the people will follow him, but they know that this guy cannot take us anywhere. So that makes the work easy. And you as the politician that is waiting for, gains, you may not get those gains that you are going. So these are some of the dynamics that are related with selection of leadership, both at the political level and also at the professional level. What is the ideal? The ideal is that the politician or the president in making his appointment should factor in people's background in selecting. Even though, like I emphasize under democracy, he could pick anybody. But you want to pick somebody that will hit the ground running. You want somebody, and I can tell you, my Oga has just stepped aside there. I have to be very honest with you as a former military man. If you put somebody who is completely, not knowledgeable about military matters, I can assure and I can repeat this anywhere. The military service chief is not going to tell him everything 100%. He is never going to do that. There are some things that he will hold back. And he might allow you to be this thing. And in the long run, what suffers is the national interest, is the economic interest, is the safety and security of individuals. So these are just guidelines that I can say, which could be taken by any person who is in charge of making appointments with respect to the security sector. People have been talking about security sector reform. My friend Dr. Kwaja has talked of security architecture. We have been saying that. But it will take somebody with some knowledge. When you talk about whether we like it or not, the American military is a model. They have, not that they are 100% there, but there's a model. Who made that? It is people, when you read the American military, you will hear the history of the Goldwater-Nichols Act. It's what transformed the American military some 40 years back. It is the model that should be copied there. And who were that Nicholas Angu. These are lawmakers. One is senator, one is House Representative member. But they have to be people who have the knowledge. With due respect, the people that are, leading the security now at the executive level or the legislators level, I think there is a great gap, in knowledge on how to handle those things. And like I said, and I repeat it, military by nature is like maybe a secret cult. If you are not inside, definitely there are things that you will not know. You may call them, they will give you a briefing. Of course, I am not doubting anybody who joins the military is already patriotic, because anybody that will go and put his life on the line for others to live. But at the same time, the managers, those of the oversight function, both at the executive and legislative branch, they need to have some knowledge on how they can manage those affairs. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.